news, breaking news, breaking news. Y'all, I just got news today. I'm just going to start this stream because I just want to get this breaking news out there. As you guys know about the restaurant owner in Holland, Michigan, Miss Marlena, has been arrested. The owner of Marlena's Bistro and Pizzeria has been arrested today. She was arrested this morning at 5:45 this morning by Michigan State Police. And right now, as it stands right now with her, she has been ordered by the court to pay $7,500 in fees. This is what they call a contempt citation. And she's going to have to close her restaurant and prove to the court that her restaurant is closed. So basically, she has been set in front of a judge. And the judge just pretty much wants to do whatever she wants to do. So let's get into this article, okay? Michigan restaurant owner in jail for defying virus orders. So I'm just going to read it to you guys. So let's read it together. So, all right. So this was posted and updated about a couple hours ago. And basically it says that the restaurant owner of Marlena's Bistro and Pizzeria was arrested because she was persistent in refusal to comply with the orders. What, the orders that were struck down by the Michigan State Supreme Court that said Whitmer was unconstitutional, out of line? Those are the orders they're talking about, right? So Marlena, and I don't want to chop her name up, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm going to try to say it as best I can, and I have an overbite, so please forgive me. Marlena Pavlos Hackney, 55, will remain in jail, and authorities confirmed that Marlena's Bistro and Pizzeria in Holland, Michigan is closed, a judge said. The judge says the Ingham County judge, who she was put in front of this morning, Rosemary Aquilina, she said that Marlena had put the community at risk. We are in the middle of a pandemic. But Miss Aquila, whatever the heck your name is, Miss Judge, we got vaccines now. The CDC has changed their guidelines as far as distancing now. So what are you talking about? She obviously lives in a bubble. So if I'm a little bit discombobulated, guys, please forgive me. As we are seeing more and more, we are being throttled really fast into a police state right now. We're all seeing it before our eyes, and seeing this kind of blatant disregard for the Constitution, seeing blatant disregard for the law. I am just pretty shook up by this. And people can laugh at me and say, oh, you shook about that. Yes, I'm shook about that. Because if they can take this poor woman, okay, if they can take this poor woman and do this to her, what do you think they can do to somebody like me? I don't have a business like hers. She has been in business for years. I just started in my business, okay? In fact, this woman fled a communist nation. And so what she fled from is what we're experiencing now. And I'm afraid if a lot of people don't stand up and fight back this tyranny and don't stand up to what's going on here and don't wake up, then we're going to lose everything. I will lose everything. My children will lose everything. Their children will lose everything. So if y'all want to laugh and say I'm shook because of this, you damn right I'm shook because of this. Because freedom is what's at stake here. And you can miss me with that BS somewhere else. Because this woman should not be in a court of law being held in contempt. She should not be there. She should have the right to run her restaurant and her business as she sees fit. I'm going with the article because I don't want to get into a tangent or anything right now and saying anything out of line. So, so basically, the judge says you have selfishly not followed the orders. This is the wrong way to get publicity. It's the wrong way to be a good citizen. So now what becomes a good citizen? You just blindly following whatever law or whatever codes or whatever statutes that our representatives want us to follow. That's being a good citizen. So this judge knows what the definition of a good citizen is, right? For all we know, from what we've seen from the past 9 months, the people burning and looting businesses that were associated with Black Lives Matter and Antifa, which is an idea, by the way, they were having peaceful protests. So I guess those people now are good citizens now in this nation. And we who are fighting to keep intact our constitutional liberties and our rights, not only as United States citizens, but as human beings, to keep intact our human rights, we're the bad guys now. So go on. So I've been trying to keep up with this. You guys can go read the article for yourself. Keep this woman in your prayers. And somebody had put in the comments, because I was watching the Facebook live stream, and somebody had put in the comments to read the Michigan Public Health Code. And there's a portion in the health code which should really get you guys scared out of your wits and just be shaking, and just y'all should be afraid of this, okay? Because this is what they are going to use in order to shut down small businesses, in order to shut down gatherings, in order to shut down worship, and in order to shut us down from meeting in public places. This is what they're going to do. They're going to use the public health code. And when the tyranny response team was in front of the health department protesting against this tyranny, they, like I said before, they were right on the money. Here it is. Okay. Section MCL 333.1111. This is a portion of the health code. It's intent and construction of the code. This code is intended to be consistent with applicable federal and state law, and shall be construed when necessary to achieve the consistency. The code shall be liberally construed for the protection of the health, safety, and welfare of the people of this state. I had to go look that up because I was like, I've read a lot of it. But yeah, that should scare you, because they can take this code, right? And they can liberally construe it. They can just have a general, they can just have a general pretext. They're trying to shut down a business, limit public gatherings, or just ban public gatherings altogether. And that should just scare the daylights out of you. It scares me. There's nothing solid in them having to, go with this public health law, this public health act. I shouldn't say law. It's an act, not a law. So anyway, but yeah. So yeah, this is what they're going to use in order to shut down businesses. This is what they're going to use in order to shut down this woman's businesses. Keep this woman in your prayers. Like I said, this is not a joke. This is not laughing matter. This is not good at all. So I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done. This is absolute. You're right, Jamie. This is absolute hypocrisy that we're seeing right now. Absolutely. You guys can go read that article for yourself. A lot of you who are in the know of what's going on, please keep us up to date. Those of us who are wanting to know what's going on, because this is just the first step of this government, this judge using. I see this judge using this woman as an example for all of us. How dare we poke our heads out of the hole and say, no, enough's enough? How dare we? How dare we stand up for ourselves and say enough is enough? I know how that woman is feeling right now. I love this nation. And it pains me that people who claim to love this nation are not doing a damn thing to save it. The only way that this is going to resolve itself is that we say, no, enough is enough. I'm not complying. I don't care. If I lose my job, I have my freedom. I want my freedom. So what if I lose my job? So what if, that's easier said than done, right? But at least I'm free. I can always get that back again. If I lose it by fighting for my freedom and I gain my freedom, I can always get that back again. But if I sit by and sit on the fence and just sit on the sidelines and wait till the smoke clears, but in the process losing my freedom, knowing I had the power to do something and not do it, and I lose my freedom, I won't have a home to go to. And I can never build back again what I lost. If your freedom is gone, it's gone. It's gone. I love this nation. We need the rule of law again in this country. But I know what she's feeling like, because I remember when we had our incident in the court, and I just felt so powerless. And I wanted to scream. Sitting before that judge, she was making fun of me, mocking me. And y'all know how bad I wanted to scream at that lady? I wanted to go ham on that judge, verbally. Because I know if I went ham on her with my hands, if I gave her a two-piece and a biscuit in her mouth, it would have been it. Your girl would not be here today. But I know how it feels to be bullied by the system. And a lot of you know how it feels to be bullied by the system. And that's what's happening. So I'm done. It's time to stop complying. It's time to stop complying. It's time to be honest. And it's time to stop complying. She's a hero we don't deserve. Excuse me. To escape what she escaped from as a young lady, I just can't imagine. But now I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it unfold before me. What she escaped from. I'm seeing it. And I've read about it. I've read about history. I've read the books. Y'all read them. 1984, Fahrenheit 451, Animal Farm. You read them like I did in school, right? And you're like, whoa, it's not going to happen here. And it's happening. I know everybody wants to talk about Joe Biden falling down on Air Force One stairs. We know about him. We know that his time is going to be up. When the powers that really matter and really be is going to say his time is up. We already know that Kamal's going to step in, whatever. I know everybody wants to talk about Cardi and Candace. Go ahead, Candace, do your thing, girl. Don't let nobody slander you. That was foul. I will say that about what Cardi B did. That was foul. That was foul. So show her no mercy, Candace, if you take her to court. I was not a Candace Owens fan. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not a Candace Owens fan for a long time. But when they started attacking her about that Hitler statement, I was like, man, people are just misconstruing what she said. I knew what she said, but anyway, I'm digressing. But anyway, we got to do better, y'all. I got to do better. And I will, we will. So keep Marlena in your prayers. Let's do all that we can to show her our love and support as much as we can. I know we have families and jobs and all this crazy stuff going on, and they're hitting us on every side. We're being hit with a blitzkrieg right now. On every side, on every area of life, we're being hit. And we got to do what we can. And it's going to take the 3%ers once again, digitally, to finish the job that our forefathers started in 1776. So it's going to take 3% once again. So, all right, y'all. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to enjoy mine. Take care.